go.
During a visit with Special Operations Forces Tuesday, President Obama will highlight gains the U.S. has made against extremist organizations such as the Islamic State group and promote what he sees as the most sustainable approach to fighting such groups. Mr. Obama will deliver his last major national security speech as president at Florida's MacDill Air Force Base and will thank Special Operations Forces that have played an increasingly large role in the nation's fight against al-Qaeda and the Islamic State group. At MacDill, the president will also receive Centcom and Special Ops command briefings. The speech comes a day after the White House sent a report to Congress with the domestic and legal justification for his administration's use of military force. The report reveals how his administration has relied overwhelmingly on the 2001 use of force authorization, which the president has acknowledged is outdated. The statute's original targets were al-Qaeda and the Taliban, but it includes associated forces of al-Qaeda. That clause is now being used as a catch-all for military action in Yemen, Iraq, Syria, Somalia and Libya. Ben Rhodes, a deputy national security advisor, said in previewing the speech that the president has focused on building partnerships with nations while the United States provides intelligence and training to complement a U.S.-led coalition air campaign that leads to less resources being spent by the United States. That leads to significantly less casualties being taken by the United States, and it also creates the long-term solution of having partners on the ground that are going to have to secure these places for themselves, Rhodes said. Under Mr. Obama, the number of U.S. service members in Iraq and Afghanistan has dropped from roughly 180,000 to 15,000 today, Rhodes said. Meanwhile, the U.S. has been able to take out key al-Qaeda leaders, most notably Osama bin Laden, and has put ISIS on the path to losing its safe havens. Yet, that approach has shown limited effectiveness in ending the violence in Syria, and some argue that the major withdrawal of U.S. forces from the region allowed for ISIS to expand its presence in the first place. Rhodes said that given the history of the war in Iraq, the president was never convinced that small-scale military action against Syrian President Bashar Assad's regime would dramatically alter the equation in